We're back, this time to showcase the Concepts Nike Air Max 1 Special Projects Heavy. Now, the box is the exact same as the Mellow pair, and the detailing will actually showcase different elements present on the pairs all along the upper. Of course, every shoe is different, similar to the box details. Concepts tells an amazing descriptive story of the famous festival that occurred in 1969 in Bethel, New York. That's right. You guys know the one I'm talking about. So let's break this shoe down. Tons of surplus stores carried military print jackets and camo, but then also the M65 style jackets. You guys saw that present on the Mellow pair. We have the acid wash denim, which is unique and different to every single pair. And then of course the Concepts and Nike sportswear branding on the tongue. Bovine fur to represent, yes, you know, cows that was held on actual farms for the festival, and there were still a few hanging around. And then the mud splatter midsole, because if you're at a festival outside, hey, your shoes are probably getting dirty. The paisley bandana print on the heel, as well as the Concepts pattern at the collar. And then we have to give it up the way they bring in more color, the tricolor swoosh on the lateral side, but then on the medial side we all have a different swoosh. You have corduroy detailing right at the top of the eyelets, and of course abstract art on the insole. The only toned down pair of this sneaker, quite honestly, is the outer sole, which is just fine. You won't see it a whole lot, but you have the classic Air Max 1 outer sole. Flower power, love and peace were alive and well during the 1960s, so that swoosh is prominent on the medial side to finish off this very vibrant and contrasting pair. Everything flows so well together, in my opinion. The oxymoron to not stand out when wearing camo is the total opposite, because you will stand out whenever you wear the Air Max 1 Heavy. And let me know your thoughts, mellow or heavy, when it comes to both pairs. Stay tuned till the end of this video to see if my thoughts have changed on which sneaker I rank higher, the Air Max 1 Mellow or the Air Max 1 Heavy.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still.
But it's your girl TJ back, another video on Talks with TJ, and I know today we're talking about the Nike Air Max 1 Heavy in collaboration with Concepts, but I intend to keep it light because similar to you, we've seen the videos, we've seen pictures, we've seen full breakdowns of the shoe itself. I'm just grateful to have this. It is one of my recent pickups from GOAT, and it was quite honestly just based on the price point, but also some great planning, right? So if you paid attention to the recent video on taxes and planning correctly and ahead for all of the creative projects that I took on in 2021, that meant I had a surplus of cash available to spend however I may want, and I decided to treat myself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that when you've worked hard and there are things on your wish list you would love to have. Now, this is where those opportunity costs come in, and you guys sometimes have, you know, asked in videos, hey, you know, how do you make those decisions or distinctions between what do I buy, what do I not buy, because there are so many things that are just coming out and they may catch my eye. I was the exact same, like, trust me. I had a number of combinations of things I really wanted. It really came down to, no pun intended, but the burden of regret is heavy. Like, it's a heavy one to carry, and as soon as Nike and Concepts and all of the sneaker publications released pictures of the Heavy, I just knew it was one I wanted. And if a sneaker continues to stay on my mind, very similar to the SB Dunk Low Paisley, if I have an opportunity to pick it up and it's at a reasonable price, at least, you know, by my standards and my preference of purchasing, then I'll just go ahead and make that choice. And I'm glad I did. Like, looking at other sneakers that have dropped, I just don't feel the same pull in terms of my style and excitement of having it in the collection as the Air Max 1 Heavy. So if you're paying attention to the secondary market, watch closely. If your size drops to, you know, a price that you're comfortable paying, right now they're kind of sitting around 200, actually a little below that, depending on what your size is. Now, I went true to size, which is a men's 6, you know, because I'm a women's 7.5, and it works perfectly for me. So just based on your size, I would say, hey, pay attention to GOAT, pay attention to StockX and even eBay, and if you're able to secure your pair, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Now, I know some people have a preference, and let's talk about that. To the specific wash of denim on your Air Max 1 Heavy, that can make or break the pair. At least for you personally. For me, my wash is perfect. So it's like a great mix of dark to light acid wash denim, and I'm so grateful that's the pair that I have. I know some people have denim that just doesn't have as much contrast across the entire upper of the sneaker, and I know some have even traded out those pairs to make sure they get one they really love and adore. I don't see a problem with that at all. When it comes to the style of the Heavy versus Mellow, yeah, those names are very, very relevant. So the Mellow does seem like that more chill, laid back shoe. It does just enough to draw attention, but not too much. Versus Heavy, everyone is going to pay attention to that shoe. Okay, I wore it the other day at the mall and I had tons of comments and compliments on that pair. So the Heavy is certainly that. It really is that progression, I think, from that more toned down pair in the Mellow colorway to Heavy. You move from the ripstop and olive to this tiger camo that, I mean, it's just eye capturing. You have that really bright contrast on the heel with the orange paisley print, and then of course the floral design on the interior that probably catches someone's eye. I love the pick, the actual like guitar pick that's a hang tag. I love the option that they gave for silver there. So yeah, it's a heavy pair, which means styling it may put some people outside of their comfort zone. I don't think it necessarily has to. If you want to keep it very classic and toned down in terms of your fit, you can do that and let the shoe speak for itself. But for now, let's just go over how I choose to style this a few ways, as well as the on foot for all of the looks. Let's go right to sizing. I went true to size. I'm a women's 7.5, which means I picked up a men's 6, and they fit well. For some people, Air Max 1s tend to run a half size small, so if you need to go up a half size, be sure to do so. The first look, rocking Richie Lee Collection nylon cargo pants, cinched at the bottom, and the Break the Curse WNBA Chicago Sky Championship tee. I love the all-over print, both front and back for this shirt. I think it works really well with a very busy and fun shoe. Leaning into the camo print for the second look. So the pants are by Minimal. It is basketball season, more importantly the NBA playoffs, and you guys know I'm a big Devin Booker fan, so rocking my Suns tee with my custom Levi and Nike sportswear jacket I had made I think a few years ago at this point, but great fit to just throw on. And if we're talking comfort, I think the Air Max 1 is a very comfortable pair to throw on foot and wear all day long. Wishing Devin a speedy recovery. Hopefully he returns to finish out the rest of the playoffs with the Suns, because listen, I would love to face a fully healthy Suns team as a Warriors fan. And rounding out the very last look, something a little bit more casual, I would say. So went with the skinnier distressed denim, but then just a Nike t-shirt that says, you know, we run things, because it kind of feels that way with this collaboration with Concepts. It's definitely sneaker of the year for me so far. A Nike sportswear hat in white, and then the longer style coat from H&M. You could think of it as an overcoat or just longer blazer, but comment below your favorite looks of all three. Okay, so moment of truth. Does the Heavy, now that I have it in hand, does it outrank the Mellow? You know, by a slight bovine hair, the Heavy may now edge out the Mellow. Now, that's not to say I will reach for the Heavy any more than the Mellow. I think I'll actually reach for them the same. Just because I think when it comes to the Heavy pair, just choose what element you want to play off of for the actual outfit itself. Are you playing off the orange, the camo? Just make that decision, and then I think just go from there. I love, as you guys know, playing around with olive pants and even camo pants. Like, I don't have a problem with stacking different camo prints together. For some, that would totally be a no for them, and I'm sure some of you will comment if it's a no for you in this video. Zero problem for me, especially because there's actually 2 camo patterns on the pants that I'm wearing, and one of them actually happens to be tiger camo right on the outer edge of the pants itself at the bottom hem. So I have no problem with that. If this pushes you a little outside your comfort zone, that's never a bad thing, but remember, your style should still be consistent to yourself. So people just maybe keep that in mind. Also, if you ever think, why does so-and-so wear like a similar look all the time? Well, that's probably because it's very true to their style, and style is usually consistent. So please be sure to comment your thoughts below again on Mellow versus the Heavy, seeing these two different pairs, or if you watch the other video, you know, which one do you prefer personally? And then of course always comment your thoughts on which outfit of mine you like the best. And remember, it's just how I choose to rock it or style it, that it's never to convince you that this is how you should wear the shoe. I want you to wear a shoe however you want to wear that shoe. Just feel like I gotta throw that disclaimer out there, but I really appreciate you guys, and I'm so happy to own 2 of the Air Max 1 concepts released, headed up by Dion Point, who did an amazing job. So thank you guys again. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.